Now that we know how to use Style Manager and adding Google Web Fonts in our project, let's go ahead to create the styles we'll be using in our project. Let's go to Tools. Under Tools, let's go to Site Tools. Let's click on Style Manager. I'll go ahead and edit Google Web Fonts to something different. I'll hit on Edit and I'm going to change this to Lato_10_white. This is just simple. The Lato is the font type I'm using from Google Web Font, and the 10 is just the size of the font. White is just the color of the font. So this is just to give you an idea about that particular font or the style we are using in our project. Let's go down and apply those features to it. Under font size, I'll hit on the drop down arrow and select font size 10. Under text color, I'll click on the drop down arrow and select white. I'll go ahead and click on OK. Now let me go ahead and copy this, rename and change the details of it as well. I'll hit on it and click copy. Let me change this to Lato11_white. Let me change the font size to 11. I'll leave the text color on white as well. I'll click on OK. I'll continue with the same process. Copy, change this to 12 and change the font size to 12. I'll leave the color on white since I'll be using the same white. I'll go ahead and do it again. Copy, change this to 16 and change the font size to 16. I'll go ahead and repeat the same process. By this time around, I'm going to change the color to gray. So copy and change this to gray. Now let me scroll down to where I have the text color. I'll click on the drop down arrow and select gray. I'll click on OK. Now I'm going to copy the gray and edit the rest. Change this to 11. I'll come down to the font size, change it to 11. I'll click on OK. Go ahead and repeat the same process. I'll take this away. Change this to 12. Scroll down to font size and change this to 12 as well. Click on OK. Go ahead and do it once more. Change this to 16. I'll scroll down, change the font size to 16. Then I have to do a last one. I'll go ahead and duplicate the Lato 10 gray. In this case, I'm going to have bold here because I would want to make this particular font bold. I'll click on the drop down arrow. True simply means the font is going to be bold. And when I select on false, nothing is going to happen to the font. So I'll click on the drop down arrow and select true. I'm done creating my styles I'm going to use in my project. I'll click on OK and click on OK.